Volition, virtue, and pursuits of excellence. The preface to this text is written by the ghost of an old friend. Not a day has gone by when she wasn't under attack. Despite all the negative critique, lies, and especially the brainless parroting, her work remains pure and wise. It will effortlessly outlast all the lesser ideas, and it will take a generation of great beings to appreciate her kindness. Beware. Beware the charlatans who attempted to tarnish her work. They reveal a sick, dark mass of fat, white lice. A network of mediocre men and blind opportunists that hold the world's progress hostage. Preface. To the young minds reading these words, know this: your life is your own. Your choices are yours to make. You are the master of your fate, the architect of your future, and the creator of your happiness. The world may try to impose its limits upon you to steer you away from your own path, but it is your responsibility to resist. You stand at the precipice of your own life, the moment where you must choose whether to live as a slave to the world or live as its master. The world will not give you greatness. It is not a gift handed down from some distant hand. Greatness is a product of your own will, your own purpose, and your own work. It is created by your own mind, your action, and your relentless pursuit of your values. The road to success, to excellence, to happiness is not something granted to you by others. It is something you must carve for yourself. You are not a passive bystander in this world. You are an active creator. The key to living as a free, powerful individual lies in your ability to think rationally, independently, and to act in accordance with your own judgment, your own vision. Do not allow your mind to be enslaved by the expectations of others, nor allow the average and the mediocre to dictate the limits of your potential. Reject limitation. Reject the substitution of memorization for true understanding. The world is filled with people who only survive. You are capable of so much more. You are capable of creation. You are capable of greatness. This is not an exhortation to merely improve. It is a call to live authentically, to pursue your own vision of excellence, and to take full responsibility for the choices that define you. You are not a servant to anyone's demands, not to your teachers, your peers, or society at large. Your mind is your own, and with it you possess the power to reshape the world. Do not surrender it. The pursuit of knowledge is not a duty to be performed for the sake of others. It is your path to greatness, and greatness is not a matter of chance or circumstance. It is a result of your integrity. Integrity is not merely honesty. It is the unshakable alignment of your thoughts, actions, and values. You must think, you must act, and you must never betray your own highest principles. It is not enough to know what is right. You must act upon it with clarity and purpose. When you do, your life will become the product of your choices, your effort, and the happiness that comes from living by your own standards. Reject the lies, the distractions, and the forces that would make you small. Rise above the noise, rise above the forces of mediocrity, and build a life that is yours alone, an authentic life, a life that brings you joy because you created it. The world will try to drag you down, to define you by its standards. But you are capable of more. You are capable of greatness if you are willing to create it. This is your time. Make the most of it. Volition, virtue, and pursuits of excellence. Why is it that the world seems to be losing good things and somehow looks to be changing for the worse? This question is a simple question that can only be treated with a simple, short, and wise answer. Because repair, improvement, advancement, betterment requires effort, sustained momentum, volition, virtue, and pursuits of excellence. When you are coerced to swap your innate desire for comprehension in favor of your teacher's desire to get paid, and thus memorization being a shallow mockery of education, you are unable to accelerate yourself forward by locking onto your curiosities. Furthermore, you aren't just coerced into fake education, but put in a situation where if you learn for real, you will fail all the tests because you had no time to memorize them. And memorization is the only way that you can get through the scatterbrained lists of questions that really don't make sense as a whole. Without the momentum that pursuits of curiosities and learning for real affords us, the greater humanity ceases to advance forward. It begins meandering in a random walk, losing all of that which once demanded effort. Art and music, or learning to paint with the help of a wall or office projector, and then learning to compose by ear with beat sequencers and piano rolls, are not optional. It is a critical stepping stone that for many is the push that slowly begins to accelerate their momentum towards excellence. And yet, such education does not exist. The classes named after art and music are a mockery. They teach the very system that must be rebuilt first, as if it was the solid foundation to build on top of. Most others have interests far too unique to standardize. 3D printing, programming, philosophy, poetry, generative art, to name a few. And if those curiosities are not tended to, if the flame is not kept, they wither, often fading away permanently. To have one's curiosities destroyed or subverted is a crime against humanity. It is an attack on a person's otherwise intransigent and sovereign mind. The world isn't getting worse. What we are all sensing is the repetition of old mistakes. Because the culture of rising, the culture of warriors, philosophers, knights, ladies and gentlemen, and the intellectuals is seen as optional today, when the very thing that made humanity advance has tarnished. The world's cultures will stop converging on peace and wisdom and meander in circles that include easily preventable wars. Without a constant, sustained motion forward, humanity can only all too frequently dip into its old mistakes. That may mean your grandchildren fighting in a war that was entirely preventable, but is now too late to stop. In that sense, authentic education is your duty. Bowing to threats of ridicule or low GPA, or even being held back, is cowardice. Stop being or hoping to be your teacher's pet. Stop meaninglessly memorizing. Stop pretending that you understand something for a grade. And stop letting strangers tell you what to learn, when to learn, and for how long to learn it for. It is your education. Only you know the sequence. Only you can move at the correct pace. Do not make your sacred pursuit of knowledge, wisdom, and greatness into a sideshow mockery of education that earns some stranger coin. And what an old hat that is. Ineffective, or as they call it, fake education, is just a creative way of burning books and turning you into a worker. Work will never set you free. Only knowledge, the inheritance of class of great beings, wisdom, and pursuit of greatness ever will. Do not concern yourself with your nation's debt. It is owed to no one, and you are not a servant. And before you concern yourself with what it means to be a good citizen, or your nation's economy and politics, you have to learn that you are a creature of the stars first, and a human second, so that you firmly stand on your own ground, and not perpetually stress on somebody else's. You are poor on purpose. It is not just education that failed you, but politics too. Your duty is to yourself first, so that you are strong, and that the density of your wisdom, of content of your character, will prevent any and all collapse. You are to protect your mind and refine it with knowledge and wisdom, inheriting the culture of greatness you meet in powerful books. Your ultimate aim is just that: greatness. Greatness of heart, greatness of mind, and greatness of your life. Rise. Rise and grow all the way up until you stand as a great, authentic being, so that the world can stop repeating its mistakes and can resume its progress forward.